7 Sigma Off-Grade.
Hey there folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today is a special day because we have just become first-time tractor owners. We have just received delivery of our 2023 Yanmar SA425 tractor, along with 6 additional attachments. I know it's gonna be one hell of a learning curve, but what better way to grow and expand than moving out of your comfort zone and learning new skills? While the initial cost might seem significant, it's actually a long-term investment because I will save money over time by doing the task myself instead of hiring others, while also being attacked by flies. So I did a lot of research to figure out which tractor would best suit our needs. I checked out the usual suspects such as John Deere and Kubota, but I ultimately decided to go with Yanmar because why not? I can get the same quality without having to pay extra just to be in the green or orange gangs. So I decided to go with the 425 because of the larger rear tires and the higher ground clearance. The property is on a slope and has a bunch of uneven terrain, rocks, and fallen tree limbs. We went with the Yanmar YBB205 Box Blade, which will be heavily used on the driveway and the dirt roads on the property. Here we have the bucket that came along with the front loader. And we have the
WR205 on the back.
YRC 205,
655 power horsepower. With the
Rotary Cutter with the QuickHitch.
For the chain hands with the PTO shaft. It's got the Worksaver here because it saves your work. We got some extra grenade clips. This is for the signage. Doohickey.
And up front, we have the WR Long RBG3 Grapple, which will be controlled by the Yanmar third function kit. And up top, we have
YL 210 hitch moniker.
Loader. Hitch moniker.
And to round it out, we have the Worksaver QuickHitch QH 101. And off camera, we have the Earth and Turf Attachments 36-inch Pallet Forks. As you can see, none of us have ever operated a tractor before, so it's going to be a very steep learning curve. But as long as we put safety first and keep our f***s to a minimum, we will do just fine. The more seat time we log, the more proficient and efficient we will become over time. However, being a first-time tractor owner can be intimidating, but with the right approach to safety, education, and a healthy dose of caution, we will be able to tackle all the projects on the homestead without injury or accidental self-deletion. And, quiet as kept, it only took us about 15 minutes to finally attach to that box blade. More like 10 minutes. So you know we had to get the wife up on the tractor, and she actually did a good job for her first time. She's going slow and taking her time because we are on uneven terrain, which definitely needs to be smoothed out, and the slopes are no joke, as you can see. Eventually, she'll make it over to this rock so we can start getting practice on learning how to use the grapple.
Okay, try it. No, you gotta back up.
And this was my first time actually using the grapple. And actually it didn't take too long to get the hang of it. It was kind of hard to see such a small rock. And I also didn't know until it was time to edit this video that the hydraulic lines are actually dragging on the ground. So I do have some zip ties I need to take care of that. But yeah, haven't even had the tractor a week and already tearing shit up.
Try. Okay, there. Okay, almost. Yeah, you got it! We got a rock! We got a rock! We did it!
Yeah, luckily didn't snag those hydraulic lines on a rock or actually puncture the line. Could have had hydraulic fluid all over the property. But hey, beginner's luck. Yeah. City cowboy.
So we're gonna put all the rocks over there by the tree. We were trying to figure out a place to put the rocks where it's not in our way so that we can work on the land. So we're actually going to put it by the tree, and our thought process is to put all the rocks that we find on the land, just make it kind of decorative around the tree and aesthetically pleasing so that we're not, so that we actually are utilizing the rocks. So
And yes, that is a weed whacker on top of the box blade, because what I'm doing is I'm preparing and cleaning the field for bush hogging. Yeah, since we had the driveway initially cut in and the property cleared out in this area, most of the area has grown back in, so it makes it hard to see the rocks that are actually embedded in the ground. So that way I can actually walk the field, mark the rocks, weed whack around the rocks, so I will not drive the bush hog over the rocks and damage the blades on the bush hog. I can also identify any fallen tree limbs and stumps.
Yep, you got it. Close it. Close it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Woo! Yeah, baby.
Yeah, it's becoming easier to work the grapple, practice on small rocks, work my way up to the big fallen trees that are on the property. And obviously this is my first time ever using a box blade, and I need to get proficient on it very soon because I'm going to be having some gravel brought up. I need to put a crown on the driveway, use the bucket to spread the gravel, and actually cut a ditch along both sides of the driveway because we have a lot of water runoff that has caused some really big ruts at the bottom of the driveway near the road. And this area needs to be smoothed out for the RV parking pad. I gotta learn how to work this real quick.
No. I'm not talking.
She was talking but now it's my turn.
Take the brake off.
I will say that the first thing I've noticed that I don't like about the Yanmar 425 is the very flimsy parking brake. For such a heavy duty machine, they sure did pick a parking brake design. The wife actually did an excellent job for her first time using the grapple. She didn't really take too much time picking that rock up, and I'm proud of her. Now, for those of you who want to know the numbers, for the tractor and the 6 attachments, we were a little bit over 31K. Now that might seem hefty, but compared to the John Deere and Kubota quotes that I was looking at, I actually was able to save about $6,000 to $7,000. So that's the route that I decided to go, and so far, I'm very happy with the purchase.
No, back out. You ain't scared. Look where you're going. Just concentrate. Okay, lower this a little bit. Close it and lower it.
Yep, being that the property is on the side of a mountain, it's very, very slopey and very uneven, and it feels very tippy. Definitely gonna invest in some liquid ballast in the rear tires. Most likely rim guard with their beet juice technology. I also need to invest in some weight ballast for the front and the rear because we are on some slopes, as you can see. Kind of dangerous.
7 Sigma. Off-grid.